Hello and welcome to the new Power BI tutorial video. And in this video, I want to show you how you can create a sales performance dashboard in Tableau. So let me show you what I have. So this is the one very simple and straightforward dashboard that we want to create for beginners. The whole idea behind this dashboard is to create the multiple metrics like for example, it is related to the sales. So the sales orders, where the sales is happening, who are our top customers, what are top products, and some threshold by plotting lines or the trend line like this, so that dashboard will try to give the maximum information. Also, at the top, we have filters. So that way user can filter whatever they want to get all of these charts updated. So that is something which I will going to show you in this video, where I am showing you the very first dashboard related to the Power BI. So if you have landed very first time on my channel, then a quick information that this sheet where I am keeping all of my Power BI tutorial is present in the description. So this link, via this link, you can come here in this sheet and search any of my previous videos. As you can see, I have posted so many videos so far, like plus 160 odd video, and this video is all about dashboard. So I will also be doing a lot of dashboarding related videos, because that is what I have been getting your request to create simple, complex, and visually appealing dashboard. And that will be my theme, that dashboard should not be just a way where we put multiple components and just arrange it, but it should be visually appealing and should give maximum information to our user. All right, so make sure you have a bookmark of this link, and whenever needed for a particular topic, you will come here. And since it is a live link, you will going to get all of my future videos here as well. So with that, let's go to the dashboard. So the whole idea over here is that I wanted to show you how the final outcome will going to look like, and then how we can do all of this configuration easily into the Power BI, not Tableau. So with that, I'll just create the new page so that I show you the things from the scratch. So the very first thing over here is the title. So we'll go here with the title, where in the insert, if I just expand this, and here I will going to enter the text box, right? So text box is something this much, should be till end to end, because this is our plotting area. And here we will going to write it in the capital, sales performance dashboard. I will select that and maybe make it 36 or 40, probably. Make it center, make it bold. So this should be my first title. Now there is a bit of a coloring which needs to be done to this. So I'll select this, and I will change the color to this one, right? This will going to match with what I have it over here. Also over here, the font I'm using the Arial, so I will just go ahead. So this is a personal choice. I usually like Arial a lot, using a lot, so I use this Arial. And then over here, what I can do is I can change the background, coming here, format text box, background, and over here I will use a very light color, and I will increase the transparency a little bit, so that this first component is basically matching what we have it over here. Sales, yeah, that's what I was thinking, something looking odd. Performance, yeah. So with that, you have this dashboard. And the next thing over here is basically, so if I just see this, I'll reduce this size. Yeah, this is looking a bit odd to me, like down there is, so you have a lot of space. Okay, so that's there. And then if you want, you can adjust it a little bit, so that, you know, if this is what you want. It's something not I have done it over here, so I'll maybe put it like there. Okay, So with that, next thing is slicers, the titles, I'm sorry, the filters. So I have selected this, as you can see. And then in the orders, the very first filter is what we have is from the date hierarchy, we have the year filter. And over here, we will going to use the drop down. Okay. So that's first filter, what we have. I will just keep it here. I think that much spacing is fine. So we have year. If I copy and paste and use another one here instead of year, I think the second one is your quarter, and I'll copy and paste. And if I keep it in line, then the third one is basically product subcategory, so I'll remove that. So this is nothing but this product subcategory. I copy and paste, and here is my fourth, and this is nothing but the order priority over here. And if I select all of these by, I think, dragging it like this and go to view, I believe, not the view but the format, and align, distribute horizontally. So that's how it will look like. But if I just put it this here and create some space for this, then if I just go ahead and select this filters and try to basically hold down the control key and select this, and then say format, align, distribute horizontally, so it should be good. Next, only thing is this looks like a little bit unaligned. So now I have my four filters like I am having it over here, right? The next thing is creating this first chart, which is monthly order. So for that, what I will going to do is select this, the column chart, and over here, what I need is basically the month, right? On the axis, I will just create it. Yeah, I think this much spacing is good. And yeah, this much should be good. And maybe this much space is fine. So I'll select this. What I need is basically order count. So I'll take the order ID, and for the order ID, not the complete count, but the distinct count, right? And I'll just, you need to make sure that you select a particular year like 2012, then only you will see on entire 2012. So with that, if I just increase this, and a couple of things that we need to do, if you see this chart, which is looking much more nicer, is that once you have the values, you actually don't need the y-axis, and this should be at the top, little bit dim, so that your focus is over here and not on the title. Title should be visible only when somebody really wants to look at, right? So with that, let's come here, and I'll select this and go into the formatting. And over here we have, first of all, x-axis. So in the x-axis, I have what do you call the title, I believe, down there. Yeah, I will off it off. So this is something which I've changed. I will change the formatting also to a little bit less, but make it bold so that it is visible. Also, you can play a little bit around the color. For example, not exactly the black color, but okay, I'm trying to change the color for the labels, right? So let's see, does it change? Yeah, it does change. So that means I need to select a little bit lighter color over here. Yeah, that should be good. So this is a very personal choice. If you see, I have made it like little bit black, so we can keep it or we can change it as per our need. But I wanted to show you how you can do this formatting. So I'll make it little bit black like this one. Yep, this should be good. Okay, I'll increase this or keep it like this. Then what I want to show you is an interesting because this is right now pretty thick, right, the bars, because there are like a lot of different bars. So you can come to the inner padding, which is also present in the x-axis, and from the inner padding we increase the inner padding, and this will make the bar thin. That way they look separate, right? Okay, so once we have done that, what we need to remove is this y-axis. So what I will come here is I will just remove the y-axis, but the title is still coming, so I need to go into the y-axis all the way till the title, and now the title is also gone. Now I need to create the data labels. So data labels, I will just put it on, and all of this text size I should change it to 8, but make it bold, right? So that's one. Also the data color, which is this, I will change this to a little bit lighter, because more is the color intensity, that means higher the impact is, right? But these colors are not having any sort of categorization as one is having more impact or one category is different than another category. So like I have done it over here in this, I am trying to do pretty much the same thing over here as well. So I will increase this bar a little bit, and yeah, that should be one thing. Then what do we have in the formatting? So we have done the x-axis, we have done this, we have changed the data color, but need to come here on the title, change the font color to something this, come on, yeah, or you want to make it like a little bit more darker. Yeah, this should be good. You want to center align it, right? If you want to make it bold, you can make it bold, right? But I will not do it bold because I don't want the users to have a lot of catching eye attention other than just increasing its size. And I will again just little bit experiment with the color, and if I try to make this bold, no, doesn't look good. Yeah, so I will go back and change it to where it was. So that way at least yeah, what I have done it over here, monthly order count, I'll change that, but pretty much trying to do the similar type of stuff as you can see by changing the color. So if I go again into the formatting, so we have title, change the title to something which is monthly, say monthly, no, monthly order count. All right, so we have monthly order count, and then since we have done a lot of formatting here, I don't want to create a whole together new chart and do all the formatting again. So I've spent a lot of time over here on this chart, so I will just copy this and paste it so that I can change the dimension simply, right? And then use it for my views. So the second chart is basically for your sales by segment and category. So let's do this. Sales. So first thing first is sales. I will drag the sales, remove this. I will have the customer segment over here, as you can see, and I will also add the product category over here. So you can see the colors are coming a bit different. And the way we can change this is again by going into the formatting. So all the colors and labels are coming really weird. So legend, if I just try to reduce, no, I need a legend, but I don't need the legend title. And what I need is legend to be top center, right? And their coloring and all, let's change this. So x-axis is fine, right? I think the main thing we will going to find it in the data colors over here. Okay, so first color is this dark blue. I will change this to a little bit lighter blue, to further lighter blue, to the completely little bit, very much brighter. That way the color theme should be in sync. That way your users basically view on the by looking at the very first time on this dashboard, it basically gets its acceptance as to all the colors, whether it is font color or title color or everything looks in symmetry, right? And you get sort of an acceptance early. Again, I'll select this and go into the formatting. On the x-axis, I need to decrease the inner padding. That way, because there are just 4 bars, right? So this should be good. And then what do we need is basically changing this the data labels and display units I want to change it to the thousands, and I want the decimal places to be 0, right? So this is good, and point is 8, that is fine, it is bold, everything is fine. Okay, so now we have the second one, which is this segment by sales, the sales by segment and category. That's the title we need to change. So I will come here again, go into the formatting, into the title, and title text will be sales by segment and category. Okay. The third chart what we need to create is the sales monthly trend. So again, what I'll do is and before creating that chart, this chart, one thing I forgot to mention is this average line, right? So let me just create an average line. So I'll come here, go into this analytics section, and over here, as you see, what we have is only the constant line right now over here for this section. That's an interesting one, because what I have chosen is the stack column chart. Probably that's the reason it is giving me this little bit of a hard time for this, because what I have chosen is the clustered column chart earlier, which had given me the more options. So maybe I will just change this to this one, and now I'll go into analytics pane and I will now find the average line. So good that. So in the stack you don't get it, but in the clustered column chart you get more options. So I will add the line. The line I want to add should be of grayish, little bit dark, so that at least it is visible, right? And line style, I always keep it dotted, not solid, dotted, right? And it should be behind so that it is not crossing the bar. Should not feel like crossing the bar. Get the data label, but make the data label little bit dark, or maybe this much blue, and text should be data value. Wherever you want to keep it, that's your personal choice. Let's keep it left. There I have kept it right, if you see. So with that, again I have to make a selection, go here, and data label, data value, decimal places should be 0, and this is 116. And if I want to make it right, I can go on the right side. That way this value will be coming. So this 116 will feel like, in a different color. That means it is not associated with this one, right? So that's something we can experiment with about what we want to show, how we want to show. You can change it like a completely different color like this one, but I think I'm going to stick with this one so that it is matching my theme again. That's the whole idea. All right, I'll copy this and paste again and come here, and maybe just increase this little bit. I'll increase this little bit and over here, right? So that way we can just select this by holding down our control key, and we can then go into the format, align, distribute horizontally, and it should be good. Okay. All right, so we have this. Now here in the monthly order count, what I will going to do now is I basically need month, but I need sales, right? And here I want basically a line, not exactly the line chart, but the area chart. If you will see this one. So I need to now make some adjustments. I need to make it a little bit lighter. So I'll come here and we have this x-axis, sorry, the data color. Data color, I will change this to this one. Should be good, right? So once we have this, then you have these values which are like this one, 348K and all. That's way it is easy to read. So you can do that. Select this, come to format, data labels. Data labels, how do you want to use the display unit? I want to use it in thousands, so it is good. So it's 8 points, should be fine. Now average line, I need to add it, so I'll again come here, average line, add, and that should be your lighter gray color, right? Or maybe a little bit dark. Yeah, that much is fine. Line style, again I'll keep it dotted, and data label, I want to enable the data label, and data value left is fine. Vertical position, I will keep it like under, and decimal places like 0, and display units in 1000. So 310K looks like is the value. What do you want to keep it, right? So 310K is something which will be an average line and showing you the months which are above average or months which are below average. So that's the first 3 charts what we have created so far, right? So with that, I think yeah, we can do the formatting and all as per our need, but that's something when I was just checking that if I show it like this, then will it be coming something like this? Okay, so I can increase its height a little bit. Same way, this one. Same way, this one. That way, you know, your values are coming properly also. If I want, I can increase this. So that should be fine. Okay, next is what do we need is basically what I'm trying to show here is the top 10 customer by sales and profit. Why I'm doing this is because you may have a customer, the first customer like John Lucas, where the sales is high, but not really the case. It is giving the maximum profit. The maximum profit is being given by something Nathan Motz or Motz. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But this Nathan is basically your looks like 6th or 7th customer down there, right? 7th customer because you have 8, 9, and 10. So it's a 7th customer who is actually giving the top profit to you. So that's a sort of a visibility one can get if they're looking at it. Also, some relation with that is as to what are your top 10 products by profit. Okay, so what do we need? A little bit of configuration and we should be okay. So I'll just copy this and paste, keep it here, right? Just make sure, yeah, it is in alignment like this. And then what do we need is from the fields, top 10 customers, right? So top 10 customer by sales. So what do we need is, for the visualization, we need customers instead of month, right? So we need this, keep customer, and in the customer we don't need this, we need sales, right? So this is how it is, but I want to change it to a clustered bar chart like this one, so that the information is coming properly. And that should be the very first purpose in a dashboard, that your information is coming properly, right? Once we have done this, let's change its title to top 10 customers by sales, right? Once we have done that, the problem is that you are getting a whole long list of customers sorted, right? No harm in this. If you are trying to show it like this, you can go down and see this. But if you change the filter, this list should change ideally. So we need to do a small configuration. So if I select this, go into the filters, right? We have the customer name. On that we have to expand. From basic filtering, we need to choose top n, and then specify top 10. Here you can specify top and bottom 10, right? For example, you want to, if you are interested in viewing what are the bottom 10 customer, then it is something what you can do it from here. Now, by which you want to do it by sales, right? And click on apply filter, and should be done. And this is what your top 10 customer by sales. If I just increase it a little bit, I get my full list of customer. Okay, now same thing, I will do copy and paste and put it over here. And then what do you need is bit of a configuration. Top 10 customer, this time you don't need sales, you need profit. And then over here, instead of sales as a title, what you need is basically profit. So come here, change the title to profit, and then come here on the filters, top 10 customer, it is right now by sales. I will remove that, and I will drag this over here and click apply. So what it gives me is top 10 customers by profit, right? So I'm done with this, and then I'll copy and paste again and put it over here, right? Yeah, like this one. And now what I need is top 10 customers by product. So I'll just keep it down here and go into the field. Instead of customer name, what I need is the product name, right? And top 10 customer by profit or by sales, everything is okay. I mean, just first of all, put it here. So whatever we want to choose, we can choose. I can keep it like top 10 products by profit. That's also fine. And then over here, we have to change the filters. If let's say what it is coming here is top 10 customer name, right? So we need to remove this, but here we need to bring the product name from basic filtering to this top 10, specify top 10, and bring the profit over here because that's what your title is saying. Click apply and you get the value, right? So that way you can basically create, you have actually created, if you're following me, this type of a structure, right? Now this one is looking an amazing because what I have added is like these grid lines, right? Now the concept behind this is that that way each of the section will be properly marked, but since I have made it a little bit light, so it is not catching a lot of eye attention. It is just giving your mind an instruction that each of these section is different. However, not contradicting with whatever number or analysis that you are doing. So that's a design principle when you do that. Okay, so for that, first of all, one thing which is catching my attention is this one. I have not changed the title. So I go down here, change the title from the format and keep that monthly sales trend. Okay. All right. Now, very easily, we'll go here, shapes. I will choose this shape, and this is the shape which is coming here. I will put it here and drag it till the end, right? From start to end. But as you can see, it is quite dark, and you can compare, right? For example, unnecessarily this is catching a lot of attention as compared to this, which is giving a more good look and feel. So that is the reason, when I create a dashboard, I give a lot of focus on design principles as well, so that it should be visually appealing and easy to use. So for that, what do we need is basically shape, color, what is that? Shape shadow. No, not this one. Here is your outline color. This should be very light, like this one, right? And even if you want, you can increase the transparency also a little bit, like 10. If you will increase more, it will be like completely dim. So I think this much, 30% is looking like fine. Yeah. Okay. So now if you see, if I click outside, it is just giving you an attention that this and this section is different. However, not unnecessarily catching the attention of the eye. I have copied and pasted, and I will do a rotation to the 90-degree. And if I do that, you get the figure moved 90-degree. I will keep it until here, and again I will put it here till down there. I will drag it down, copy and paste, and I will again put it here, and here I have my dashboard mostly done, right? So within like 32 minutes we have this dashboard ready, which is this one. So it is giving you all the information. If you want any, like for example, appliances you want to filter, you can filter by appliances. You want to filter by envelopes, you can filter by envelope and see, okay, for envelopes, what is the overall orders that I'm getting and for which month. For this envelope product category, who are my top 10 customer, where in each customer segment, like corporate customer segment, small business, where this is, how much is the sales trend. So on an average you can see 4,000 is the sales. So this is basically giving a sort of a 10,000 feet view as to how your envelope as a business is really doing. And same is the case, like you want to see it for copiers and faxes or office furnishing, you get it, right? Similarly, if let's say you have an interest as to what is basically your critical orders are coming in, who are basically giving you the critical orders, is like these guys, and you are getting a profit. All of these values are changing, and this you need to make sure that one of the values are selected. Otherwise, this will show the cumulative for all the 4 years. The month information will be cumulative for all the years. Similarly, if you want to view the information for a specific quarter, let's say 2012 Q3, then you select this and the information is populated. So here clearly it is an indication that sales have increased like a lot when you compare July, August and September. And in that period, who are your top customer? Like in this case, Brook is not just a top customer by sales but by profit as well, right? And however, you can see that the 10th customer is having a profit of 3.2k, whereas your top customer is almost a double, like 7.1k profit. So a lot of interesting insights which one can find. So all of this is completely based on the requirement that you are getting, right? So that's something, an interesting example I wanted to show you how you can create it. Let me know how did you find it, and if you have any questions, concerns, or anything, you can let me know into the comments, and I'll be answering it. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you in the next video with a new topic.